Click here to watch me get my pounded. My name is Pirro, and this is Jordan.
Hi.
Welcome to Vice Heads, episode 3.
I didn't even know we were going to start right away.
3. Yeah, we're just going,
Perfect.
I suppose.
It's the third in the trilogy. We're not saying there's only 3.
This is the last one.
It was a good run. You know, we didn't have to film as many, I guess.
I was trying to warm up and get in a funny mood for the podcast, and I swapped over to the Vice Heads YouTube account and not my own. And YouTube's algorithm for freshly born social media babies that have no private tracker. Here's what I got recommended. I got Tyler 1 reacts to Tyler 1. And it's a picture of Tyler 1 and the baby from Rugrats. Because apparently they look fucking... Here's a picture. They look fucking identical.
Tyler 1 and, what, Tommy Pickles?
Yeah, and a literal baby. Yeah, Tommy Pickles, yeah.
Mr. Thomas Pickles.
Mr. Pickles, your home is being foreclosed on.
Oh, no.
You failed your JavaScript course. That's the future we look to. And I got Try Not to Laugh Twitch text-to-speech donations 2018.
Oh, man, that sounds like our target demographic, I guess.
All 8 of our viewers who listen to this multiple times.
Thank you for listening. It's because of viewers like you that this podcast is able to thrive and continue.
Seriously, every dime that we earn goes to my...
Because you're all contributing money to Pirro's...
cigarette addiction.
Right. The nicotine fund.
Yeah, fellas, all of you have been asking, and thanks to your donations, I've been able to graduate from Marlboro Reds to American Spirits. A quality cigarette made of entirely tobacco.
Yeah. A guffaw of a cough.
Just a wet fucking cough.
Thank you.
Don't worry, kids. You look cool. That's worth the 20 years of your life that you've shaved off.
All the money you've given to Big Tobacco.
Big Tobacco.
And the next corporation, as we've seen with OnlyFans and all these other businesses. Big Sex.
Big Sex.
Big Tobacco and Big Sex.
I used to know a Big Sex back in the day. His name was Carlos, and he lived in here's a true story. His name was Carlos, and he lived in a cul-de-sac. The cul-de-sac I grew up in, it was like Section 8 housing for foreigners and immigrant families. Except this one huge black guy named Carlos. He was the man. I asked him what his job was once, and Carlos, in the dead of summer, wearing this thick leather jacket, he says, I sell cars. And I go, okay. And back then, I clearly did not see the signs that this man was perhaps one of the most loaded drug dealers I've ever seen. He was driving around this pimped out Hellcat that had like chrome rims and whatnot. And I was like 8. So I had no idea what this man's business was.
Doesn't matter how many years, cool never dies.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. So he would drive his fucking Hellcat in and out, and he'd have a new one every week. And to me, I thought, oh, he's got a new one because he sells them, not because he's slinging dope or like hard fucking heroin or some cocaine or what have you.
Well, your child mind couldn't comprehend.
I didn't know drugs.
Heroin.
I didn't know conventional drugs when I was younger. I did play Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, and those were drugs in their own right.
Yeah, the serotonin drug, of course.
I just like the smell of them. And it's making there's a revival now on YouTube of people
seeing that stuff,
opening cards, yeah.
Right, really old, supposedly untapped cards. I'm less interested in them opening cards and getting like huge like amounts of money for a single card. I'm more interested in the backstory when they've got a box where they're like, this has been tampered with.
Yeah,
someone has fucked with our box.
Exactly, and I know there's a little Chinese kid with small hands who's using an iron to seal those packs shut again.
Oh.
And you're like, oh, you thought you were getting a $3,000 Pokemon box. Well, instead, I've given you baseball cards from 2017. You stupid
great.
fuck.
Johnny Damon from the Boston Red Sox in 2004. Just what I wanted.
Yeah, thanks for the purchase, asshole. Your $3,000 bid on my eBay listing really fed me for a while. Oh my god, speaking of.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of swiping to the left on Facebook, and I ended up in the marketplace.
Ooh.
Yeah, and
Did you see any gold mines there?
just PlayStation 5s everywhere. And
Scalping.
sure enough, there was this bully from my middle school. His name was Sean, and Sean is selling one for $1,000.
Shout out, Sean.
Shout out to Sean. Yeah, fuck you, man.
Eat shit, asshole.
Yeah, if I ever find you, I can't say that. I can't.
No,
I definitely.
public domain. Maybe not. Maybe a gentle insult, not a threat.
True.
Which could have been a promise. You don't know.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah, fuck you ugly motherfucker.
Maybe yes or no.
I would not. No, there's no credible threats on the Vice Heads podcast.
Nah.
And so he was selling one for $1,000 fucking dollars. No description, nothing.
What is the base price for those?
So there's the one with the disc and the one without, and the one with the disc is $500, and the one without the disc drive is like $400 or $399.
God,
to keep single dollars in circulation.
That's
insane. It's getting to the point where you go to a store and they just have a sign instead of any units or just a blank shelf, and the sign says something like "Go fuck yourself, asshole," or
"We're out, leave."
Yeah.
Stop asking. We don't have any.
The sniper perched on top of the Best Buy has got his laser sight trained on you.
He's got his PlayStation 50 caliber.
Yeah, he's been watching Cops in his small home in Tennessee for 15 years, and
is calling.
Yes, he's itching to pull that trigger.
Just for one rush, for once in his life.
Every time he sees a computer, his blood pressure goes up. He wants to hurt you.
Oh, I mean, given everything that's happened, I think that might be worth emphasizing as well, the recording of this particular podcast. I don't know. It seemed like we had the end of the world thrown at us. We've had the COVID-19 pandemic. Fingers crossed there isn't another one just around the corner, but I'll probably look back on this and just be regretful that I even mentioned it. But we've got that, and then supposedly Biden is elected president. Supposedly.
Yeah, that's true.
No guarantees.
As we speak, we're being ushered into small camps. All of us that voted liberal, they're putting us in certain spots. Don't let history gloss this one over, fellas.
I don't know about that one. that doesn't sound right. What part of the world are you living in? I was watching One Piece where not One Piece, huh? I was watching it on YouTube. No, I'm not watching that stupid shit. No. I was watching YouTube, and it was a compilation of all the evangelicals who were saying that Trump actually won.
Yes.
How the liberals were just making shit up. And it was one of the saddest things I had to look at. It's like, Jesus, these people actually believe this.
I love that redneck motherfucker who's sitting in his trailer home in Arkansas. And he's like, man, Trump, he's working for me. He's working for my people. As he looks out of his window and looks at the tricycle that's been there since 1985, gathering rust.
No one's touched it.
Yeah, he's like, oh, he's helping me. He's just like me. Trump is just like me.
100%, buddy. That's exactly
tells it how it is.
Yeah. Yep. You got it. There's no way anyone could have pulled a fast one on you there, Billy Bob.
Yeah, the kind of guy that traps gophers for fun and throws rocks at them.
Wrangling at the local elementary school.
Yeah, blows squirrels away with a 45.
Turns them into a red haze. A red mist, probably.
Oh my God! I got a link earlier from a friend of ours who's been religiously playing Cyberpunk 25 hours a day. And it turns out the bike from the game is based on the one that belongs to Jackie. Is a bike that's modeled after a real company called Arc Motorcycle. You can go to arcmotorcycle.com. Keanu Reeves founded this crazy bike. And I'm just scrolling through the site right now.
We're not sponsored by them.
But we could be. And as a matter of fact, if you, Mr. Reeves, wanted to send me the KRGT1, I just want to let you know I
do you
do
have a
not.
color that you could request in?
Red would be nice, but I do not have a motorcycle license. So just know that you sending one to me would be signing my death certificate. So if you're comfortable with me dying in a big fireball, I'll give you my
Send it
address.
his way. Yeah. Come on. Just for both of us. I don't have one either, so
It's a fucking
go ahead and give
rocket.
yourself a two a 2 kill feed.
I like how in the contact section of this website, it has you have to fill out some fields, and one of them is like first name, last name, street, city, and then it goes down to, how did you hear about us? What describes your interest? And then it's like, if you're looking to purchase, how soon? How long have you been riding? Question mark.
Oh,
how many motorcycles do you own? This is where it starts to become like,
they're rep checking you.
yeah, they're checking my shit, and I don't have fuck, and they're gonna know.
Fuck all.
Yeah, they're gonna go. How long have you been riding? And I have to find a vague way to answer. How to tell them not at all.
Well, I was concerned when you said first name, last name, street name, and instead of giving your address, you just wrote name. I don't know, Albanian Fire.
So my street name.
Yeah,
Big
that's
sex.
what everyone calls you on the streets.
Big sex.
Big sex. There you go.
Now I'm also getting video recommendations. Who the fuck is XQC? Do you know that guy?
I think that's a Twitch streamer. Twitch exploded, and there's only maybe 2 or 3 people I really watch every once in a while, but not even on Twitch. It's through YouTube highlights or whatever. I watch too much YouTube is probably the takeaway of this podcast. I need help. Is the bottom line.
Yeah, I don't know. I have the problem of doing it while I'm eating, which is really bad for me. Because I'll be eating something and then I'll be like, I need something to do to supplement my fucking eating.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, that's so bad for you because you end up overeating. You don't.
Right. You make it a pastime instead of
you make it a passive activity instead of doing what you need to do and just eat the food. Eat it.
Yeah, no, I mean that's makes sense.
Here's another one. Dr. Joe takes aim at XQC. I don't know what that's about, but I can only speculate.
Interesting.
Dr. Joe.
For Twitch, there's 2 people that I've been enjoying at least, which is Pay Money Wubby. What an interesting name. And George Clanton's The Big Stream. I think that they're not on Twitch anymore. I usually watch their stream on Thursdays at least on YouTube. It's like a VR experience, so you could actually look around while they're doing the stream, which is pretty cool.
Oh God, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I dig their music between George Clinton and Negative Gemini.
Tell me, actually, yeah, I was reading some shit about Negative Gemini. Oh, those 2 are insane, number 1. But number 2, because I have no fucking clue. What is Pay Money Wubby?
Oh, he's been around for a while. He was
I'm gonna look him
one
up.
of the most sub Twitch streamers. He did one stream where he got that Microsoft Flight Simulator. And basically, the stream was just to fly to Jeffrey Epstein's island.
Here is some shit I'm getting for Pay Money Wubby right now.
Okay.
When I type Pay Money Wubby on the YouTube, these are the populated search suggestions.
Okay.
Pay Money Wubby highlights. Pay Money Wubby poops himself.
Oh.
Pay Money Wubby Hassan. Pay Money Wubby Angelic Initiative.
Angelic Initiative.
Pokemon cards. Wendy Williams.
What a great segue.
This is fuck. I gotta watch the Wendy Williams one.
Okay, it's pretty good.
What is this?
That was I think he was just basically calling out that Wendy Williams is an awful human being.
Pay Money Wubby looks like he's got opinions for sure.
He looks like he's got something he needs to shout at me.
He looks like a supporting actor in one of those made-for-TV Marvel shows. He looks like the
He's
actor.
running away from an explosion.
Yeah, he looks like the guy's best friend, who's like always in danger and eventually
Yep.
proves himself.
Yep.
But for the
In a
first
way
15
that-
episodes, he does nothing.
Right. But the way that he proves himself is just that he tells some friends to get away from an exploding building, and everyone's like, you know what? You did a good job.
And
He
he's
really,
like,
he really followed through there.
yeah, and he's the only one that knows like the main character's secret.
Oh yeah. So he's the superhero best friend, of
The
course.
best, the superhero best friend.
Oh, he looks like a real dork.
Hey, this guy looks stupid. You could probably be
We're
this.
not
dude's friend.
saying that. We're just saying in this hypothetical circumstance, if you were hired for a superhero movie, that may be the role that you would get. I know I would get that.
Looking at his videos, he also has mastered the art of the clickbait / suggestive title, the thing that Critical does, where he he gets up on YouTube.
Did I get arrested last night?
Not even that. Like criticals are like, I made speedrunning history or something like that, and that's like fucking cosmic brain tier.
Yeah, but the speedrun
clickbait.
is Mr. Krabs does ketamine.
Yeah, he just got beat.
Oh, they really?
Yeah. Three separate runs beat him.
Good God.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he made history by setting the first record and bringing it to the forefront of the speedrunning community, where Mr. Krabs of SpongeBob does ketamine.
Yeah. What's this?
It's an interesting drug.
Wow. Does he go by a shorter name other than Pay Money Wubby? Is he
Just Wubby?
Wubby?
Probably.
Yeah, Wubby.
If I had to guess.
Twitch chat confesses their sins to me, and it's
that one.
Oh my God, is that
worth a
Wubby
watch.
dressed as a nun?
As the Pope.
Oh, as the Pope, excuse me. I thought
And that's his producer dressed as a nun.
he has a producer.
Alex. Yeah, she does some of the streams as well. I think she helps choreograph.
That's what we're
Stuff,
calling them now. Producers, huh?
No. She's a producer.
Well, I sent your producer an image of you the other night.
Okay.
For those of you that
see
don't
how it
know,
is.
I like to take pictures of Jordan and bastardize them. I have a couple of things I like to do. Well, the first
It's
thing,
an art.
exactly, the first thing I like to do is an art where I take still images of Jordan, typically through webcam, and I make slight edits to his face. Like I extend his chin a couple millimeters, or I'll space out his eyes or make one of his pupils a couple inches larger than the other one.
I hope you insert a still image of a before and after with
Yeah,
some
it's right.
crazy jazz music in the background.
Yeah, right here, go. Yeah, and I had another one last night where Jordan's mom posted a picture of Jordan on Facebook as a kid, and I saved it and I turned it into a missing poster.
My 12-year-old self.
Yeah, here's the missing poster I sent to Jordan's girlfriend.
Back of a milk carton.
Yeah,
Thanks for that.
yeah. I'm worried because I put a fake phone number up on it that people are going to call that number and
I see him.
report a sighting. Last seen at karate practice.
What, in 2007?
Yeah, he's dead. His
Oh,
his clothes were found neatly
I hope
folded on
not.
a boulder in Colorado. The FBI refuses to comment.
yeah, he's not gone. We haven't found him. There's no body, so.
I bought this Love Guru's private session Pay Money Wubby video.
Oh, yeah, you know, there's
This
on
guy's
the
fucking wow.
the ever-going quest for content. I mean, some of them are pretty spot on. Other ones are like, wow, you really did that to pay rent, didn't you? Like the one where he shit himself.
Why is it when I look up Pay Money Wubby, half the videos are just straight up Wendy Williams? Like Wendy Williams clips.
I'm not sure. That's interesting. That's what you're finding.
Oh, she's got that thing where her eyes kind of kind of bulge out a little. I don't.
Oh,
What's
when
that?
she's getting hyper focused or angry.
What is
I think I do
that?
the same
What is that? No. It's not. It's not your feeding orb. It's
thing.
she has
Okay,
like
no,
she has like an
don't
actual
mention that.
condition. Yeah. Jordan's been claiming disability for this feeding orb for
No,
4 years.
no.
He hasn't worked.
No, I haven't. Look, just because I'm working from home indefinitely doesn't mean I'm claiming disability.
He thinks
No one
every
needs to
car
look into that.
he thinks every car that's driving by is a private investigator hired by the insurance company to see if he is in
Right.
fact disabled.
That's why I always speed up.
Yeah.
Especially, very, very urban areas. I don't want to be spotted.
Yeah, and when he has to walk somewhere, he limps. So, just in case they get footage of him.
Just as I'm walking very normally and someone comes up behind me, hey Jordan, I just start limping. Oh hey, what's going on? Oh, I didn't see you there. That's awful. That's
All
not
that
right.
for $300 a month.
I know there's stolen valor. What is that? Stolen handicap?
Yeah, stolen.
Oh.
That's valor.
I guess that is some form of valor. I don't know. What valor is that? I'm so proud that I broke my fucking leg.
Oh, speaking of becoming disabled, I recently started deadlifting again.
Oh no! Did you overexert yourself?
Yeah, I shit on the floor. I don't like it when you call it overexert myself. Stop calling it that. Did you overexert yourself? Yeah, bro, I couldn't
Yeah,
hold
it was a mess.
Yeah, I put mats down on the floor so that caught most of it. But last night I had a bean
The
burrito
trajectory.
and some Empress chicken.
Some lemon garlic chicken. Turn my asshole into a black bean shotgun. That's man. That's not a buckshot.
Oh my god! The other day, Kylie gives me this. She didn't give it to me. If I'm honest, I was raiding the cabinet, and I found she had this green powder. Like it's like one of those superfoods. Like it's a mix of what tastes like dirt, kale, and spinach, and every vegetable known to man.
Look, if you don't enjoy eating it, then it's probably good for you.
Yeah.
That is a horrible quote. No,
Yeah.
I don't need to get that clip.
Yeah, it's probably good for you.
Oh,
Well, that shit, dude. I didn't know this, but it was packed with like 500 to 700% of my fiber, like my daily fiber.
oh.
So like I sat on the toilet this morning, right? And I plopped down, and it felt like a normal shit, right? And then just as the baby's crowning, it shoots out like a spud gun. And sorry. It was so loud, and Kylie was sleeping. Yeah, it sounded like a fucking shotgun. I was like, "Oh, please,
Pirro sounds break again."
please don't wake up my girlfriend."
Oops. Sorry. Let's go back to bed. It's not a threat. Not anymore.
Now I'm like scrolling. I didn't know all these streamers on Twitch. Now I'm like scrolling through all of them. There's so many people.
I feel like it definitely exploded now that, everyone's quarantined, so.
It was big before too. Let's
That's true. I feel like it's more at the forefront for whatever reason. I
just
guess
had to
just because more people are on the internet.
mute that. Oh wow. There's okay.
Let's do a quick intermission. I'm gonna actually grab some coffee if that's all right.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Here's a headline for you. I'm on the CNN site. This is on the front page. Trump's dark mood is worsening, leaving Americans in need in limbo. How fucking ominous is that?
Dark mood. It's probably an art having to write those headlines, but also very draining for anyone who has to come up with it.
Just below it is a 7-year-old boy went back into a burning home to save his baby sister. Wow.
Huh.
That's a hero.
Another day in the life.
That's a hero, dude.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 heroes according to the media. Those nurses that make the TikToks and 7-year-old children saving lives.
Anything in between, forget it.
Yeah. Oh,
Made
wow.
some of the this coffee craving.
Coffee craving. Oh, yeah. Why don't you tell everyone what coffee craving is?
So there is a tiny shack in the middle of nowhere by where we used to go to college that has the best coffee, the best flavored beans, I think.
Hmm.
And my girlfriend went up there and got me some coffee craving for Christmas. I hadn't been up in that area in well over a year. So
Wow.
some good stuff. Got the cinnamon raisin toast and I think a toasted marshmallow.
Yeah, you got the toasted marshmallow one. And yeah, that shit was delicious back in the day. I used to
Hmm.
drive up there and skip class at this college I'm paying 5 figures a semester for. I would just go, it's probably not important. And
I don't need
honestly,
it.
if you're gonna take anything away from this podcast, it isn't important. Let's be honest, it's
Yeah.
probably fine because the
You'll be
United
all right.
the United States is set up in a way that if you're a white dude, you tend to get away with a lot more stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lot more stuff. And
That's just a reality.
I just didn't go to class. I had to pay all this money to go to this school and to stay in this dorm. And what did I do?
Oh.
I stayed in the dorm. I didn't do anything else.
Fuck it.
I stayed in the dorm.
One thing that I did enjoy was that I had a period where I didn't have classes in a certain block of the day, and instead of doing homework or doing college shit, I was like, you know what? I'll just go with my roommates and get drunk in a music class.
Yeah, Jordan
That was
filled.
good.
He filled what was a Coca-Cola bottle.
A Coca-Cola bottle with Captain Morgan. Yes. Yeah,
And
that's probably where.
and
it
if I'm
started.
not mistaken, you weren't even signed up for the class.
No, no. And I raised my hand and I answered 2 or 3 questions, and every time the professor kind of looked at me and was
Yeah.
debating, have I seen him before?
This prehistoric professor is looking at you. All the fossil
He's
fuel in his
enough.
bones is sloshing around while he tries to figure out where the fuck you've been for the last semester.
2 semesters.
You're like, oh, I'm so
believe I
sorry,
never
dude. So sorry.
Oh no, I've always been here. You just forgot. Just gaslight a college professor.
Shut the front
No.
door. The new Subaru Outback is stunning.
Oh,
It is
that's not a real
it is
ad.
surreal reading CNN advertisements.
Oh.
If you go back, listen, if you go back to like 2010,
Yeah.
you were a kid, you were like a sophomore in high school, and you're like watching TV at your parents' house, and
Right.
and you got that commercial with Bush's baked beans, and a dog is talking to you,
Oh.
saying like absolutely surreal shit, like like don't look back, keep your eyes forward, buy the beans. And back then you're like, oh, funny talking dog.
Well, now that you're old enough to comprehend it, it's like, what the fuck was happening to the
Dude,
poor person in the commercial?
I cut the cord. I'm one of those.
Yeah, we still have streaming services or whatnot, but I don't even know how people who are like, well, NRA TV,
NRA TV.
Discovery Channel, ABC Family, or
Isn't
whatever
NRA
it's
TV?
called now, Freeform, all that shit.
Freeform.
Do people still pay to watch that?
All I remember was I was a kid and I had the hots for Jennifer Love Hewitt on Ion Television
Ghost Whisperer.
on the Ghost Whisperer. Oh yeah, it's the
Oh,
Ghost
yeah.
Whisperer.
No surprise, we both knew
Yeah,
which.
yeah, I know exactly. My parents would be like, "Hey,
God.
when's the show you watch gonna be on?" And I'm like, I don't know, but I can tell you the next 4 weeks of runtime for Jennifer Love Hewitt's The Ghost Whisperer.
Oh, I have no idea.
And-
7-8 Central.
Yeah.
8-7 Central.
Yeah, and the associated boob factor of each episode.
it increases with more dramatic of a story.
Yeah, when the story goes, well, actually, it's the opposite. When the story gets drier, they
They have to
they have to
come
keep the
compensate.
ratings up. Yeah,
Oh, man, TV is a dark, dark
yeah.
industry.
TV's a bitch.
Wow, that's eye-opening in many different ways.
Holy fuck! Dogs react to a Christmas song created just for them. This is on the front page of our news headlines.
Man, not that, thousands of people are dead.
Oh.
Well, in brighter news, I don't know. We got some dogs that listen to a fucking song.
Giraffes are stuck on a flooding island, but the rescues have begun. That's a real one.
Oh, was it like a flooded trash island or something?
No, like an actual island. And they have to put these hoods, it looks like, on the giraffes' faces.
Before they execute them?
No, so the giraffes don't put a hoof in your spine, it turns out.
Oh,
Yeah, it turns out a 20-foot Goliath of a beast is still capable of killing you.
of course. How could I be so stupid?
Yeah, despite all the children's books you've read, they can end your life.
In a split second.
Yeah, you think you're all tough.
That was one thing that terrified me was like people who just casually walk behind horses. Holy shit! Just don't do that.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he's got a big old fluffy tail.
Oh,
This horse tried to kick me back in the day. It was...
really?
Yeah, I narrowly avoided it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's because the girl I was seeing at the time had me volunteer at a ranch with her. And because I was simping out back in the day, I was like, yeah, definitely, I'll do that. And then what started as just a very like innocent, yeah, I'll join you on this, turned into 3 years of me volunteering at this farm.
You didn't realize you were going to develop such a connection
To these horses. And one of them was a Mustang named Jet. And Jet was a moron. He kept trying to chew. He chewed on the and this is common with horses. Just for those of you that say horses are smart creatures, they are fucking
Oh.
yeah, and it's because this giraffe of a horse was so big, and all he would do all day is open his mouth and put it on this metal pipe next to his pen, and he would chew on it to the point where it left a dent after he would chew on it, and he would suck on it, and the pressure of him sucking on this metal pipe just warped it. And one day they tell me, Pirro, go swap out that pipe on the gate with another one. I go in, I touch his favorite pipe, and he tries to kick me. He tries to kick me, and he missed.
Oh, no.
He missed. Well, this is what I mean by missing. So he tries kicking me, and he connected with me, right? But I was at just the end of his kick, so it felt like a tap. He could, yeah.
I don't know about that, but that was calculated from the sounds of it.
Yeah, he wanted me to know he could.
And he wanted to let you know to tell the others, don't fuck with his pipe.
Yeah, I didn't fuck with Jet after that.
Wow.
No.
So I love how there's a solution for this horse who's been chewing on a fucking pipe.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Let's just replace it and not deal with the problem head on. That horse is chewing on a pipe.
No, well, a lot of those places, the management was so poor. Like, the lady that ran it was really nice to me all the time, and I had one of the, as she would call it, the most important job, and I'm pretty sure she said that to everybody else, but I was the guy that went around, and this farm was like it rescued horses and other animals that had like serious health problems. Mm-hmm. And Jet's problem was he was super fucking stupid. And every other animal had like dietary restrictions. So I'd prepare all the food. I'd load it up into a truck, and I would drive around the farm, and I'd give all the animals their food. The smart animals, you could feed them by hand, and they'd be cool. Like, I love feeding the goats. I love feeding the pigs. There were little miniature ponies would like just walk around because they were too stupid to leave the property. They didn't have any pens. They would just wander around waiting for food. And then
that's pretty nice though. They know to stay in the area.
Yeah, and then there were these big horses who you could put food right in front of their faces, and if you don't feed it to them, they will starve.
Ooh.
It's insane. And so I'd take these flakes of hay and I'd throw them in there, and these horses wouldn't bite. So I'd have to walk in there, and I'd have to put it in their mouth to show them that it was okay to eat.
Peel back their lips.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I had a little trick. I had a little trick I did that I was taught. So if you're ever in a self-defense situation and you need a horse to open its mouth for any reason,
right, where I keep my Glock.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and so it's got hair under its chin. Tickle it. You got to tickle the hair under a horse's chin, and I'm not fucking with you. It makes them sneeze, and it makes them open their mouth. The same way if you tickle a man's beard, like the same way, chances are he's gonna open his mouth one way or another.
Either to yell at you or to laugh. Who knows?
Yeah, but I volunteered there for years,
So
years of
get
my
paid,
life.
right?
Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah, so when they said that you were the most important person, if they can't pay you with cold hard cash, they're gonna pay you in compliments. And
Yeah, they didn't pay me. They didn't pay me at all. No, I was
bad.
just roped in. Fucking psychopath. They had the owner of the farm had this daughter who would just lay on this couch all day in like the main in the main area and wouldn't do anything. And I'd walk in there and I'll make up her name. I'll call her Lindsay. I'd be like, Lindsay, are we gonna go feed X, Y, and Z horses? We got horses that have cancer. We're like, do you want to feed the cancer horses? And Lindsay would go, yeah, I do. And she would leave it at that. I'd say, okay, when are we going to do it? But the second we started talking in specifics, Lindsay would suddenly have something very urgent to do somewhere else outside of my line of sight.
With the farmhand.
Yeah. And I could see it every time her mom like walked in and saw her doing nothing.
She'd get up and run over and pick up a broom to
No,
clean an
dude.
area that
No.
doesn't have anything.
Even sadder. Her mom gave up and just looked at her and then just walked away as Lindsay would lay there. And I mean, honestly, the area where she was like just laying on that couch was pretty comfortable. It's where we had cats, like all the cats that we wanted to adopt. And
Nice and warm.
yeah, it was warm in there. They had a little pellet stove and it was really comfortable. But,
that's got to be the most disappointing thing. It's like, hey, I'm not asking you to like help with like, I don't know, cleaning your room or something. We're trying to maintain a fucking farm.
Yeah, I've got a farm that's raking in six to seven figures a year. Lindsay, do you think you could help in any way, shape, or form? Here, I'm going to give you toilet paper. Put these 2 rolls in that outhouse over there. And Lindsay would, every time without fail, say something like, yeah, I can do that. And then, would you guess what happens?
Probably nothing.
You're right. Probably right. She did fuck all.
Fuck all.
Yeah, did absolutely nothing, and then I would have to do it, and that set me up for a lifetime of anger management issues. Yeah, that was the tipping point. So now every time I see someone that stands around doing nothing, I get very upset.
Fuck. Well, at least it's giving you a work ethic that you otherwise wouldn't have had.
True, that is true. Although looking back on it, I have no idea why I was there. It started.
Want to help with horses? Shit, I guess.
Started as a relationship, and then when that relationship ended, I just stuck around. Oh man.
Hey, this is a pretty good. This is a pretty good gig, helping out animals and whatnot.
Oh, good gig for free, yeah. Really.
Could make a buck, but these animals need me.
But
and
whatever.
No one else is going to tickle their chin.
I looked up missing posters earlier.
Oh, did you need inspiration?
I needed, and some of these are really sad. From like 1981. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's a scary premise, missing people.
For years.
Yeah, right. It's out of the blue. Speaking of, I watched Gone Girl recently. Or rather, I rewatched it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a trippy movie.
It's
basically
been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah, it's a good one though, where Ben Affleck and then I forget the actual Gone Girl. I'm gonna actually double check because I can't remember her name.
And while you're doing
Um,
that, I'm basically, oh wow, this is insanely surreal. All these missing people. I
oh, you're
can't
still
tell. If,
looking through that.
yeah, this is fucking. Oh, I got to the point where. Oh, it's turning into. Oh no, this is.
What kind of rabbit hole are you going
It's
down?
fan fiction.
Uh-oh.
People making missing. How wow. Well, how much mental gymnastics are involved in writing a missing poster for your fan fiction character?
Oh my God, what?
Yeah. This person made an android a robot character.
Uh-huh.
It has their model number, their height, their eye color as scenic trademark blue, identifying features no waterproofing, model number 2709. Wow.
I can't.
That is
That's
pretty involved.
right. Well, just imagine putting that up and then another, I don't know, a mom or a dad putting up signs and then you just see this bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
great.
Dude,
So
imagine
you've
being
got
the
some
parent of that person
competition.
and looking through their desktop to find that. That's when you call the school and you ask for you ask
Hey,
for some special treatment.
could you lighten up on them
You're like
just a little?
I don't want to concern anyone at school, but the signs are here and we need to do something about it.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Oh my god.
So what else is new? I'm just trying to think.
Yeah.
I don't know
What
if
the
this
hell?
is a note to end the podcast on. I feel like we've covered a spectrum of topics for now.
Fuck it, fine.